Honestly, I never would have gone if he hadn't convinced me. He can be so persuasive.
We both know what these mean. Don't pretend you don't recognize them.
I never thought a casual dinner party could shatter my world. It was our 5th anniversary, and we'd invited a few close friends over to our cozy suburban home. Sarah, my wife of 5 years, was the picture of perfection: long auburn hair, a laugh that lit up rooms, and a successful career as a marketing executive. I, Mark, worked in it steady but unexciting. That night, as wine flowed and conversations buzzed, Sarah was gushing about her new boss, Alex. "He's just so charismatic," she said, her eyes sparkling a bit too brightly. "Smart, driven, and honestly, the hot one in the office." The room chuckled, but I froze. "My boss," she emphasized with a playful wink, as if it was harmless banter. But the way she said it, possessive, lingering, hit me like a gut punch. Our friends laughed it off, but I saw the flush on her cheeks, the way her hand toyed with her necklace, a gift from me. That night, in bed, I replayed it over and over. Was it just words, or the start of something deeper? Sleep evaded me as doubt crept in. Little did I know, this was only the beginning of a web of emotional betrayal that would unravel everything. After that dinner party, things shifted subtly. Sarah started talking about work more, always weaving Alex into the stories. "Alex closed the deal today," or "Alex thinks I have real potential." At first, I brushed it off as professional admiration. She was ambitious. He was her mentor. But then came the late nights. One evening, she texted, "Stuck in a meeting with Alex, don't wait up." She came home after midnight, hair slightly disheveled, cheeks flushed, smelling faintly of expensive cologne that wasn't mine. "We were brainstorming," she said, kissing my cheek quickly before heading to shower. This became routine. Weekends turned into team-building retreats. I'd sit alone, scrolling her social media, noticing how she'd like Alex's posts, instantly motivational quotes, gym selfies. His profile, tall, chiseled, the kind of guy who turned heads. Comments from colleagues called him the office heartthrob. I confronted her gently one night. "You seem really close to Alex lately." She laughed it off. "He's just my boss." "Mark, you're being paranoid," but her eyes avoided mine. That night, as she slept, I checked her phone, nothing obvious, but deleted messages from erased alarms. Doubt festered. Was this emotional cheating, or worse? The suspicion gnawed at me like a persistent itch. I couldn't ignore it anymore. One afternoon, while Sarah was at lunch with the team, I logged into our shared cloud account, something we'd set up for family. Photos, but rarely used. They're buried in her drafts folder. Where unsent emails to Alex last night was amazing. One read, "Can't stop thinking about our talks." Another, "You're the one who gets me, unlike anyone else." My heart sank. These weren't work emails. They were intimate emotional confessions. No explicit proof of physical cheating. But the betrayal was clear. She was investing her heart elsewhere. I hired a private investigator discreetly, a guy named Tom from a local firm. Within days, he sent photos. Sarah and Alex at a coffee shop, hands touching over latte, late-night walks in the park, her head on his shoulder. Confrontation brewed inside me, but I held back, planning. Revenge wasn't about rage. It was about justice. I started documenting everything, texts, emails, even her changed passwords. Meanwhile, Sarah grew distant, our intimacy fading to polite coexistence. "Work stress," she'd say, but I knew better. The emotional affair was poisoning us, and I was ready to strike back. With evidence mounting, I decided revenge would be sweet and surgical. I wasn't going to explode in anger. Instead, I'd expose her affair in a way that hit where it hurt her career and social circle. First, I befriended Alex's wife, Emily, through a mutual friend. Casual coffee meets turned into shared stories. "Sarah's been working late a lot," I mentioned offhand. Emily's eyes narrowed. Apparently, Alex had similar excuses. Tom, the pie, dug deeper. Turns out, Alex was a serial office romancer, with HR complaints swept under the rug. I anonymously tipped off the company's ethics hotline. Attaching blurred photos and email excerpts, chaos ensued. Sarah came home frantic one day. "There's an investigation at work. Someone's spreading lies about Alex and me." I played sympathetic, hugging her while inwardly smirking. "It'll blow over," I said, but it didn't. Whispers spread. Colleagues distanced themselves. Sarah's promotion canceled our marriage, hanging by a thread. She confided in me about the stress, never admitting the truth. I nodded, all while preparing divorce papers. But the real twist was brewing. I had one more card to play, something that would flip the script entirely. As the investigation at Sarah's company intensified, cracks appeared in her facade. She came home one evening, eyes red from crying. "Mark, I need to talk," she said, collapsing on the couch. I sat across from her, heart pounding but face calm. "Alex and I, it's not what you think. We're just friends." Emotional support during tough projects. I pulled out the folder photos, emails, Timelines. Friends don't delete messages or hold hands in parks. Her face paled. Denials turned to tears. It was never physical. Just talking, sharing dreams. We were always so predictable. The words stung, but I pressed on. Emotional cheating is still cheating. Sarah, you've been building a life with him in your mind. She begged for forgiveness, promised counseling, but I'd already filed for divorce quietly that morning. Too late, I said. As she sobbed, I revealed my alliance with Emily. Alex's wife was divorcing him too. Armed with our shared evidence, Sarah's world crumbled. Job in jeopardy, reputation tarnished. Yet, amid the chaos, a strange calm washed over me. Revenge felt incomplete though. There was one final twist. I hadn't anticipated one that would redefine everything. In the aftermath of the confrontation, Sarah moved out temporarily to her sister's place, leaving me in our empty house. Divorce proceedings began, asset division looming. But as I sifted through our joint finances, I discovered anomalies, unexplained withdrawals, luxury purchases I didn't recognize. Digging deeper, I found receipts for dinners, hotel stays. Not with Alex, though. The dates didn't match his schedule. Tom, the pie, investigated further. Shockingly, the trail led to someone else, my best friend, Ryan. Photos emerged, Sarah and Ryan at intimate lunches, texts on a burner app. Alex is just a distraction. You're the one I want. It hit me. The emotional affair with Alex was a smokescreen. The real betrayal was physical and deeper with Ryan, whom I'd trusted implicitly. Rage boiled, but clarity dawned. Sarah had played us all. I confronted Ryan. He confessed. Guilt. It started months ago. She said you were distant together. We pieced it. Her slip about my boss was deliberate misdirection. Now, with Ryan as an ally, we planned the ultimate exposure. But the twist deepened. Something even more sinister lurked in Sarah's secrets, threatening to append my revenge entirely. With Ryan on my side, we confronted Sarah together at a neutral cafe. She arrived looking defeated, expecting pleas or accusations. Instead, I laid out the full timeline. Alex as the decoy, Ryan as the real lover. Why? I demanded. Tears streamed down her face. It wasn't just an affair, she whispered. It was revenge. Revenge. My mind reeled. She revealed the bombshell 3 years ago. During a rough patch in our marriage, I'd had a one-night stand at a conference, something I'd buried deep, thinking it forgotten. But Sarah found out through an anonymous email. Instead of leaving, she plotted. Befriending Ryan, she orchestrated the emotional affair with Alex to make me jealous. Then escalated to physical with Ryan to break me. I wanted you to feel the pain, she said, but it spiraled. I fell for Ryan. The twist cut deepest. The anonymous email, sent by Ryan, who'd always envied our life. He'd manipulated us both for his gain. Betrayed twice, I walked away. Divorce finalized. Yet, in the end, I rebuilt stronger, wiser, Sarah and Ryan. Their love imploded in mutual distrust. Justice served, not by my hand, but by their own deceit. The deepest betrayals often hide behind the ones we think we've uncovered. Trust your instincts, but verify everything, because revenge plots can boomerang in ways no one sees coming. If you felt it, don't let it end here. Hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications. We're pushing hard to reach 1K subscribers, and every single one of you makes it happen. More stories like this, heart-wrenching betrayals, ice-cold revenge, and twists that leave you speechless are coming every week. Subscribe now. Let's cross that 1K subscriber together. You won't want to miss what's next.